all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2. In the previous episode, we built ourselves a very profitable operation in the southern state of Florida by transporting some questionable goods between Cuba and the United States. And in this episode, we are going to continue doing that as we continue with Chapter 3 as we head to our next mission, Liberated Markets. So, let's head to the campaign and see what needs to be done in that particular mission.
Mankind is constantly creating amazing new inventions.
China between the present and the Western Germany after reunification. The Iron Curtain has fallen. Many are convinced that mankind has surmounted the greatest turmoil, and history will now find a peaceful conclusion in capitalism and democracy. State-controlled intervention appears to be an obsolete model ever since the collapse of the Eastern Bloc. In its place, the liberated markets are supposed to help all of humanity to attain happiness and prosperity. Very promising prospects.
Very promising indeed. We are heading to Germany, right after both East and West have been fully reunited after several years of being divided by the Iron Curtain. As you can see, our bonus tasks are still locked, so basically, we'll need to head up there and learn what we need to do to basically help this country get back on its feet. So, let's start the mission, shall we?
The Cold War is history. The era of global liberalism. The era of democracy and market economics. In the transport industry, too. You have been promoted to upper echelon management at the German Federal Railway, and you're supposed to usher in an era of change in railroad toward improving competitiveness, toward increasing cost efficiency. Get the Federal Railway in good shape for the future. A new era is dawning. Reunited at last, Germany faces a rosy future. But it hasn't gotten that far yet, at least not at the German Federal Railway. Each year, the business incurs huge losses. But politics expects to see a maximum range of services. This just wouldn't work in the private sector, but luckily the federal government assumes all the debts. Despite declining passenger figures and rising deficits, even less used routes are still supposed to remain in service. That won't happen without generous loans.
But before we do that, welcome to Germany. We have a huge amount of towns to connect to transport passengers. However, there's only 3 towns on the map that requires raw materials. Frankfurt, Nuremberg, and Stuttgart. But as you can see, while there is some stations in track, not all the stations are connected with each other. We basically have to rebuild the entirety of the German Federal Railways to get them ready for the 21st century. First of all, this track around Frankfurt Station is tough. The curves are too small, and so the station platform is fine, but the way in is just too small. It could cause a traffic jam. Plus, we have over 1 billion credits. First time ever seen that number. But other than that, though, this is going to be quite a very interesting challenge. Let's see, can I? Yes, perfect. Put in double slip switches for these. Perfect. Now any train can easily enter and exit Stuttgart State. Not Stuttgart. Frankfurt station. Though Frankfurt needs food and fuel, we can eventually deliver supplies into town. Let's see. 100 is a very ideal speed. Let's get rid of some of these tracks here. And reconnect it here. Well, it's just gonna be this particular main line that we need to work on. But everything seems to be okay for now. I also want to get rid of this switches right here. I don't basically do anything. And then just simply reconnect them with a new set of track. Alright, then simply connect this section of track to this, and do the same to this. We'll also have to work on repairing this track here, of course. We can't basically demolish the stations, so we'll have to leave it as it is. I don't really think this is necessary either. I know I'm deleting a lot of valuable track, but trust me, the rail system that I'll basically not only be more modern, but highly efficient. Let's see. That one will do very nicely. Perfect. It's all coming together. Though, to be honest, the track going to the left to Roar should basically be this particular type of track. Because I don't really think that the main line really needs to be like that. Here we go. Just get rid of those high-speed tracks on some of my stations and just reserve it to locals. Okay. Connect this. And then also build a pair of passing loops. Those curves are a little bit too tight for a passing switch. Alright. I'll convert these into wooden. extend the high-speed main line for just a bit, and then, after a little bit out, I'll switch over to the wooden ties and build a crossover section to here. Though, to make it a little more pretty, I'm just going to basically add the concrete ties into that area. So that looks a lot better. I'll also have to change this one here. And for those riding the local into town, I believe there's already a crossover on that one. I gotta add one here, and here. Okay. Gravville is connected. I should also start connecting the rest of the towns on the map. Let's see. Replace all of this with wooden ties. Seriously, why would I want to have concrete ties? This is a branch line, for goodness sakes. We're not operating like an intercity express or something like that. Wink, wink. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. Extend this out a bit and connect it to this. And then let's basically reconnect this to the main line. We gotta elect the locals to get to the main, to Frankfurt somehow, rather than relying on a bus service. We'll place that there, and I think we'll basically leave it as it is for now, but we'll finish the high-speed rail line all the way to Nuremberg. And we'll connect it to that section of track there. Alright. 8 million credits down, but the track looks perfect. Alright. Let's see. We'll call this Express Train A and make it red, of course. Then we also gotta get the local trains. Local A. And since passengers are basically the primary source of revenue in this map, we'll just basically paint them blue. Local B. Huh. Yeah, I forgot to basically add that extension. Alright. Not my idea, but however, if it keeps my passengers happy, I'm fine with it. So we're just gonna simplify all of the train routes of this particular map. Oh. Ah, yes, I forgot to place in the double slip switch. Why is it saying it's not connected for some... Oh. Sometimes that can actually happen if you're not paying attention when laying down your track. We'll call this Local D. And let's see what trains we have on offer. Let's basically get them in this section here. And sorry for that hiccup earlier. I think it may have been something I drank or ate earlier in this recording, before this recording. Who knows? Alright. Now we gotta place down some signals. Alright. Let's place down some signals on the branch line to make sure that no trains will crash into each other. Add some before this tunnel. Add some onto the other end of this tunnel. And then add some here at this intersection. Let's see. Alright. So everything seems to be in order. Let's have a look at our equipment. We have no more steam locomotives, obviously. So we have the German V100 diesel and the BR218 diesel. But we have the Series 10,042 electrics, some of these modern passenger cars. We have the diesel rail bus, and we have a couple of these multiple units, including these unique trains. The ICE, basically Germany's very own intercity express service. So, let's see. 57 passengers. Let's just put this on the commuter train between, let's see. Funny. I can't basically add it into the consist. But 99 people will basically do. I'll put it onto the express for now. And then let's see. Let's purchase one, and let's put them on to purchase 4 of these as well, and assign them to the locals. I didn't mean to put train 5 onto local C. Let's wait to see how they work. Well, our access to local public transport is basically rising, especially with our new connections and our modified tracks. These trains will basically start making profit and basically improve lives for everybody in the area. Because some of these places hadn't seen modern trains in a couple of years or so. Especially those from the western side of Germany. Oh, it has to wait for one of those trains to clear the signal before it can roll into bad one. Same for train 4. Which is understandable. Our public transport sector is starting to rise pretty well, as we are basically serving 5 cities, and that should basically get us some people wanting transport and which in result will equal money being brought in by our company.
Accessibility alone isn't enough. It's crucial that the train stops are traveled to on a regular basis so that customers actually make use of the offer too.
So we'll need to basically increase the amount of trains we have in service, so to speak. Basically expanding the capacity. Well, to be honest, this train might be useful on another commuter line somewhere, so we're just gonna add a couple of these carriages instead. I'm not even sure how long these platforms are. Let me see. $240 meters. And how long is this train? 255. There we go. Much better. Seems like these small little trains that we have are just too small to handle the passenger loads. So let's basically get these instead. That will increase the capacity. And then I'll have to get another one of these trains to handle this service as well. Of which... Destinations... Well, we need to cut down on our frequency by some point. Well, we should also start expanding our operations into Roar. That connected into Annisbach. Plus, there's a good thing about this particular branch. Is that there's a small sidetrack up there. So, I can also build an extension out. Add this. And then, basically expand this. Expand through here. And then, just basically connect it here. Same for this branch line here. Get rid of that. Add those signals. Add that. And add another signal there. We'll basically only focus on these towns for now. But hopefully we'll start expanding into the rest of them. So let's see. Local E. That's funny. It should basically have a clear path through. Unless I messed up the track again somehow. It doesn't show up on the map for some reason. Let's see. Tracks are connected here and cut through here. It's not like I misbuilt the tunnel or anything, because the tunnel is straight as an arrow, and the curves are basically connected as well. Unless one of the signals I placed down is set for one way. But seriously, there is no... Oh! There we go. Somehow I accidentally added the wrong station. Old equipment will basically be handling the services on this branch. Alright. Let's see. Local E, F, G, and H need new trains. C, E, F, G, and H. So frequency is down, but I still need to basically increase the amount of trains riding on the line. I have two of these trains in operation, and I don't want to risk having too many of these trains on these branch lines. Guess I'll basically add another one. I'll reduce it. Okay, 162. Guess I'll have to add a passing line. Let's see. Let's get rid of the signal and basically add another set of signals to this double-tracked line and add another train to this branch. Train 7, train 9. Let's see if I can turn this train around. No path electric. Alright. Managed line. Let's change this to platform 1 just in case. Actually, let's just send this train back to the... Let's just sell it off, and then I'll purchase a new one. Got some new trucks, which is great. I'm not so sure we're even going to use them. Train 4, train 12. Guess I'll have to build another passing loop, I guess. Jeez. There we go. Just a little bit of the switcheroo with the signals. And now all my trains are going in the right direction. Though, it makes me think that local trains B and C need to have another set as well. That should reduce my frequency down a little bit more. If I could do better. Maybe I could just replace the entirety of those old trains with new ones. Maybe that might cut them down a bit. Hopefully. No, it won't. Back to using the Mirage sets. But it is working. Plus, my earnings are starting to go up pretty well. After transporting only 1,000 passengers within just 1 year of operation. But I think this is where I'll end this episode here, guys. Oh, you gotta be choking me. Alright, I'll have to build another passing loop for this one as well. Forgot about that. So those are taken care of. So as I was about to say, I think this will basically do it for this episode, guys. So if you enjoyed this episode on my Let's Play at Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my outside schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!